foundation skills that we're going to be working on are hand targeting and name game. And before I get into those, I do want to just make a quick note that we've noticed some tendencies this week, which is not uncommon for young puppies, to resource guard, meaning that Scout will get something she really likes, and she is quite adamant, even with the older dogs, that she is not going to give it up. So she gets a little growly, her hackles will go up, she sometimes gets really stiff. Do a lot of trading with her, meaning like if she gets something and like this, here, she loves this thing. Hi. Hi. She's like, whatever, I don't really care. She knows I have cookies. But if the puppy gets something, hey, that you don't want them to have, let's say they have this in their mouth, I'm going to take a treat, I'm going to offer it to them right in front of their face. They've got, let's just imagine we have this in our mouth. And then all I'm going to do is say, I'm going to say trade, and I'm going to offer them the treat. I might even have to like kind of stick it in their mouth and then put my hand on the thing they have and take it away. We want that skill of, okay, so hey Scout! We've moved to an indoor location because it was proving a little too difficult out there with all the other puppies. So we were talking about the trade it for resource guarding. Just make it so that it's something the dog really wants to do. Like, I'm gonna get something awesome when I have to give this other thing up. We'll get more into that later. But our two foundation skills that we're working on are name game and hand targeting. So name game is simply, when you hear your name, you stop what you're doing and you look at me. Scout! Yes! It is not necessarily about teaching your puppy their name. It's about teaching your puppy that when they hear their name, they need to stop and immediately give you eye contact. Scout! Yes. Don't ask for a sit. Don't ask for anything else when we're practicing this. I have a leash on. I'm stepping on it so the dog can't get too far away from me. Scout! Yes! Good job. You can use kibble for this. I mix up really more high value treats. Scout! Okay, so what I'm looking for is, I got a little eye contact, but I really want the dog to move towards me. And she didn't that time, so I didn't say anything. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier by closing the distance between the two of us. Scout! Yes! Good girl. Good girl. Very nice. Good girl. Scout! Yes. Good. Very good. Scout! She sits on her own, that's fine. Again, I want her to get a little distracted, but not too much and not too far away from me when I'm practicing this in the beginning. She knows all her friends are outside, so it's really hard. Scout! Yes. Good girl. Very nice. So using that marker word the minute the dog looks at you. Scout! Okay, so I didn't get it that time. She was really interested in sniffing something on the ground. I do not repeat her name. You do not get to repeat names when you're practicing name game. You get one time. If one time doesn't happen, you stop, you wait for a second, and you make it easier by either shortening the distance or lowering the distraction level. See what happens to her. She's sniffing this little dog bed right now. Scout! Okay, distraction level too high. So I'm going to move her away from that distraction. Excuse me. Excuse me. Come here. Keep the distance short in the beginning. Scout! Sometimes, yes, I'll make a little kissy noise. And just in the beginning, just in the first couple weeks, or make a little sound, not repeating the puppy's name. Scout! Yes! Good job! Scout! Yes! Okay, good job. All right, and then the last thing we're working on for this week is hand targeting. It is an incredible tool to get your puppy to be refocus when they get distracted by something, say out on a walk, or maybe they're barking at somebody, or maybe they're doing something you don't want them to do in the house. So instead of just saying no all the time, we can add a hand target, which is the touch game. So it looks something like this. Boop, 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 boop. the dog has to do is touch their nose to the palm of your hand. Touch, yes. Right now they're just curious, they're sniffing it. Touch, yes. But it will eventually lead to touch. Yes. Okay. Touch. Okay, so same thing. If the dog does not move immediately towards my hand and do the touch, I do not repeat it. I do not move my hand towards the dog. I simply put it away and I start again. Having a dog be in a stationary position like sit is difficult when they're first learning this. So I try to have them moving or standing. Up, up, touch. Yes, good job. And make sure you deliver the treat right in front of the puppy's nose. Touch. Yes. So it comes right there. Are you looking at yourself in that video? Who's that? Who's that most beautiful dog? It's so beautiful. Touch. Literally, I've never had a dog get enamored by looking at themselves in the video. This is so hilarious. Who's so beautiful? I don't know. So those are the two things that I need to be focused on this week. I wasn't mentioning the resource garden. I'm not worried about it in any way, but I want you to be cognizant of it. And we'll get a little bit more deep into practicing the trade game later down the road. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. Enjoy your first full week with your puppy next week, and I'll see you guys in 10 days.